Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. You know I love you, and I'm praising God for you as I crack up every single day. Rickey, I can't wait till November 10th, man. Thank you so much for coming to bless us and showing us, Rickey. I love this, how God can somehow turn pain into purpose and bring the best out of you when life does its worst to you. I think that's a great segue to our song for the day, which is Marvin Sapp, Best in Me. Listen, I promise you, life can take a bad turn on you. Life can what? Life can be so bad that sometimes the worst that could happen actually does happen, and it's demonically designed to bring out the worst in you. But here it is. God is able to bring out the best in you because God sees what's in you in spite of what you've been through, in spite of what has tried to break you down and mess you up, in spite of what others say about you who see nothing but bad in you. Listen, there's a God above you who made you in God's image and in God's likeness, and God loves you. God cares for you, and as a consequence, God sees the best in you, and God can bring out the best in you when life does its worst to you. God brings out the best in you because what others intend for evil, God can work for good. God can use what they did that was jacked up to set you up for what God has in store for you because God sees the best in you. God sees the best in you and will bring out the best in you even when you experience trials, troubles, and tribulations, because the Bible puts it like this. I love it. We glory in trouble and tribulation because tribulation produces endurance. Endurance produces character. Character produces hope, and hope will not disappoint. I hope y'all see how that works. It starts out really bad, trouble, tribulation, trials, but it ends up in hope. I love it. We go from trouble to hope. Why? Because God can bring out the best in you. So don't you give up. You keep looking up because you serve a God who is in the process of bringing out the best in you. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great one.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Rickey. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go. Oh, man, I hope y'all enjoyed that right there. I got your front page right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment.
Sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. The front page is brought to you by Always. Goodbye, Gush Fears. Thanks to Always Ultra Thin with rapid dry technology that absorbs 2 times faster versus the leading store brand. Hello, clean and comfortable. Always fear no gush. Good morning, our SMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Breaking news out of Florida. At least 2 people are dead and 6 others have been injured in a Halloween night shooting in downtown Orlando, according to police. They first received reports of a shooting around 1 a.m., which, of course, was just hours ago. They immediately responded to the scene. The Orlando police released had an early morning press conference. Authorities confirmed that at least 2 people were killed and 6 others have been injured in the shooting, and that a 17-year-old suspect was taken into custody. The victims that were taken to the hospital range in age from 19 to 39. The story, of course, is developing and will continue to provide you with updates. In other news, early voting has begun in states across the country. We know that. Today is basically the last day to vote early in most states. As of this morning, 62 million people have placed their vote for either Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, authorities are preparing for potential social unrest after next week's presidential election. Workers have been busy up in D.C. boarding up government buildings and retail stores with plywood. A new AP research survey shows that most Americans are somewhat worried about social unrest after or during next week's Tuesday election results. And, of course, we'll have a more detailed election update later in the show today. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Lobs one left. Into the end zone for Garrett Wilson. One-handed catch. Incredible. Garrett Wilson. He makes his second one-handed touchdown catch of the night.
Yes,
and
sir.
the Jets have the lead.
The Jets have the lead, and the New York Jets win a game last night. You know what I'm saying? That was an amazing catch. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch the game. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers had a solid night. 3 touchdowns. Should have been 4, but it is what it is. San Antonio Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama had a 5-by-5 game for the second time in his career. What is this? He scored 25 points, had 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks, giving him at least 5 in 5 different categories. He's the 3rd player in NBA history to make this happen in multiple games.
Hell, he's taller than the backboard. He should.
Yeah, he got skills, though, man. He ain't just a tall, goofy dude. The dude got
he can
skills.
play.
Yes,
no,
sir.
he can ball.
And L.A. Dollars, of course, they're the new World Series champions of Major League Baseball. And strip clubs in Los Angeles is hooking them up with lifetime VIP access to all the players if you're a Dodger.
All right, then.
Just thought I'd put that out there, big dog. I love it, dog. That's my quick sports report. Brittany Tat, you got the hot spot coming up next.
Yes, I do. And coming up next, Young Thug was released from prison. I got the details up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Young Thug was released from prison last night. He pleaded guilty to several charges, including gang involvement, weapon and drug offenses, and without a plea bargain after negotiations failed. Now, a 40-year sentence was given by the judge, with the first 5 commuted to time served, followed by 15 years of probation. There's also a backloaded 20-year prison sentence that could kick in after probation, but he'll only have to serve that time behind bars if he doesn't successfully complete his probation term. Williams must avoid the Atlanta area for a decade, but is required to make anti-violence presentations locally 4 times a year, contributing to his 100 hours of annual community service. Now, if he keeps his nose clean during probation, the judge said that part of the sentence would be commuted. His lawyer, Brian Steele, also requested he be allowed to associate with co-defendants, his brother Quantavious Greer and rapper Gunna, in order to continue his rap career. Well, I got some extra information here. He's banned from Metro Atlanta for 10 years except for family weddings, funerals, graduations, or serious illnesses. Must give 4 annual anti-gang gun presentations, concerts in Metro Atlanta. Allowed to travel for work. No contact with gang members or co-defendants except his brother and Gunna. And forbidden from promoting gang-related content in any form. Oh, my goodness.
So he out.
He out, but he got to just stay in the house probably.
Yeah, he kind of on a probationary leash.
Yeah, like he can't do too much of anything.
So the trial is over?
Yes.
So this is a settlement between him and the prosecution?
Yep, he pleaded guilty. Yep, absolutely. He got a 40-year sentence, but he got so many things that he got to do. But, at least he out. He can be at home amongst his family. I don't know if he has kids or whatever.
He has kids.
Yeah, well, he get to be, he get to be with his family. That's anything is better than being locked up. So he just got to walk the straight and the narrow path and, do what he got to do till he get all of that over with. So I believe he can do it. Because I know he tired of being locked up, for sure. Ooh. All right, y'all, moving on. VP Kamala Harris's campaign announced that Cardi B and Glorilla are set to appear at the campaign rally in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The event is taking place today. Also set to take the stage for performances are the Isley Brothers, Flo Milli, MC Light, and DJ Gemini Gilly. Now, Cardi B will make a speech and Glo will perform. All right. What y'all think about that? Too much, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, too many.
Because you don't want nobody to tie that into anything that could hurt her campaign. And they gon' I'm just nervous about that. Let them introduce and speak and talk about why, but perform. I just don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to lock that their demographic. That base is already locked in. So what's the point?
have her tell her, go and vote or whatever. But I'm just not sure. But we just got to make sure that these men who have somebody to come out to get the black men to come out and vote, because that's where the numbers are short.
Right.
I was on Ari Melbert yesterday, Brat.
Oh, I love him. How did that go?
It went good. I was on there with Kevin Lyles on MSNBC yesterday. I'll post it on my Instagram, but it was a great interview, just talking about black men and getting out the vote. So it was a real important interview.
Okay, that's what's up. And he real cool, too. He make you feel real comfortable. Yes. Well, congratulations on doing that. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU. Who we repping today, Rock T?
Rickety Tat, North Carolina Central University in the building.
Hey!
HBCU. Coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
They know. And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU.
Hey, what up, man? Rock T's, he back for another HBCU. We gonna always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. We finna head down to North Carolina Central University, established in 1910, home of the Maroon and Gray Eagles. Shout out to the NCCU Sound Machine Marching Band. Our brother Moses Kamara. It's your time to shine, baby. Let's go.
Eagle pride, you already know. The reason why I chose to go to NCCU is because it allowed me to not only just be a student athlete on campus, but it also allowed me to form genuine bonds with people that I actually call my brothers to this day. NCCU was one of the greatest decisions I've ever made in my life. From the culture and tradition, it's just like no other. From the 1040 breaks in the Greek Bowl and Student Union, the homecomings that allows the whole city of Durham, North Carolina to come and meet people from the past and also future Eagles as well. It provided me with being more confident, more outspoken, and more bold. And I'm forever grateful for that, to provide me with the greatest 4 years of my life.
Moses Kamara, another proud HBCU trailblazer. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want to share your HBCU story, or if you have someone you want us to spotlight, follow and DM us on Instagram at HBCU.
Listen, we are 4 days away from election, and there have already been issues from ballot boxes being set on fire, the poll workers being assaulted. Maria, what's the latest?
Yeah, it's going to be a long week next week, Ricky. Like you said, 4 days until Election Day. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, they're both holding rallies in Milwaukee, Wisconsin today after crisscrossing through pivotal battleground states. This week, of course, racing to deliver their closing pitches to voters. Now, in North Carolina, what are the polls looking like? According to a recent YouGov poll released on Thursday, Trump is leading Harris by 2 percentage points in North Carolina. That's 47% to 45%. That poll was conducted the week of October 16th through the 23rd. In Michigan, this is a state you've been talking a lot about. A recent poll has Harris leading Trump by 4 points, 49% to 45%. A UMass poll showed Harris with a slim 1 percentage point lead over Trump in the key state of Pennsylvania. So, of course, we're going to be looking at a lot of these key swing states. I want to send a huge shout out to Stacey Abrams. Yeah. Because when we think about what happened with the governmental race when she was going up against Brian Kemp 2 cycles ago, she really put forth so much effort to increase voter registrations in the state of Georgia, and many people credit her with turning Georgia from red to blue. You think about that slim margin, 11,700 and something votes, and of course Biden won Georgia back in 2020, and Georgia is still breaking records. I reported earlier this week more than 560,000 new voters. So first-time voters, people who moved to the state, or people who did not first time, but people who didn't vote in 2020. Right. And that's early voting only. So we're seeing huge numbers. This is something interesting I saw online, Ricky. All presidents lie, but historians, they say that there has never been a president who has lied as much as Donald Trump.
Right.
Thousands of lies.
But he gets away with it. I mean, it's white male privilege. They get to do things that other people could never get away with. Obama could have never gotten away with doing what Trump has done.
Yeah, Van Jones said it best. She got to be flawless as he get to be lawless.
Yeah,
and
everybody just accepts it.
Yeah. And it's like, everybody's been talking about the double standard and how unfair, that she had to walk a straight line and be perfect, can't make a mistake. Even they are attacking the Harris campaign after something that they after they took Joe Biden's comment about the garbage out of context, and then now she got to answer questions to that, or whatever. So, but I do think that what that comedian did on stage and the racism that went on in Madison Square Garden was just not good for his campaign. Yeah. It was just not good for his campaign, and I think that she has did what George W. Bush did in 2004, and when he ran against Kerry, she's really cut into the Republican base. And that's something that I haven't seen in a long time, because that's what George W. Bush did, preached on abortion, gay marriage with the faith-based initiative, and was able to cut into more than 10% of the Democratic base, which pushed him over the top to become reelected when he ran against John Kerry. So she was able to do that. So we got a lot. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So y'all make sure y'all watch the news real close. And now Trump calls for Cheney's execution. That's in the Drudge Report. You got to pull that up, because now that's the headline news this morning. So thank you, Maria, for that. And we got more politics, and we're going to be talking about it for the next few days. Coming up, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This vote in November is not about the next 4 years. It's about the next 40 years. Let me take you back to Constitution and governance. The President of the United States has the authority to place men and women as judges all across the district courts, the appellate court, and the Supreme Court. In 4 years, Donald Trump has appointed 198 judges to the bench, 2 to the Supreme Court, some 50 plus to appellate court, and the rest to district court. And many of those appointees will sit as justices of judgment for the rest of their lives. So when you don't vote, you don't determine who stands at trial. When you don't vote, you don't get to help determine the judge that sits on the bench. So don't tell me you out here hollering Black Lives Matter if you don't vote. Black lives don't matter to you if you don't vote. When we don't vote, we dismiss ourselves from being part of leveling the playing field of justice in the United States of America.
I don't know what church y'all attend to, but if your pastor, if you black and you live in America and your pastor is not preaching under that doctrine and theology of Dr. Martin Luther King, like Pastor Freddie Haynes and Pastor Warnock in these churches, man, you because you just can't preach about God and talk about God and don't talk about what's going on in society and things that's important that affect you personally. And pray all day, but you listen, man, we got to get out here and vote.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Friday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. LeBron James' beautiful wife, Miss Savannah James, y'all. She recently sat down with Tamron Hall, y'all, to discuss her challenges as a wife to an NBA superstar and mother of 3. Now, Savannah is 38 years old, y'all, and she's aware of, y'all, the long-standing rumors that LeBron, 39, cheated on her over the decades, y'all. Now, remember, they met in high school in Akron, Ohio, and she became a teenage mom, y'all, with their first son, Bronny, was born in 2004. Now, Hall commented, y'all, on a statement that Savannah made to Harper's Bazaar magazine earlier this year. Now, Savannah stated, y'all, the need to prioritize herself to preserve her mental health. She, quote, "If I'm working from a glass half empty, I'm not good to anybody." This was Savannah told Harper's Bazaar. "We are maestros. We do a lot, and we need it sometimes." And so Tamara said that, "If I'm working from a glass half empty, I'm not good to anybody." That's what Savannah said. She said that's, again, is a bold statement. Now, Hall told Savannah, "How did you cope, y'all, with that feeling?" So Savannah responded. She said, quote, I think it was acknowledgement, y'all, knowing that sometimes I felt depleted and I wasn't being my best version of a mother or myself to my husband. She said, it was just hard to be fully present. She said, so I started to disappear. She disappeared, Ricky. She said, this was during COVID. She said, my kids were good. She said, LeBron was somewhere doing something, and I would disappear into my bathroom. Oh, it's so sad. Then she also said, I like taking a bath or just watch a full makeup tutorial, which I love so much, or just take time for myself and do something, she said, that I enjoy and that I felt like filled my cup up. And, oh, it's sad, honey. Now, back in 2024, y'all, I don't know if y'all recall, the service online, y'all, that Savannah and rapper Pusha T seemingly was creeping in Paris, France, while LeBron was at home, honey, with the chillin'. Now, the pair was pictured together as they arrived in the same car with her stylist for a late-night dinner at Paris Côte's restaurant. Now, they departed at 3 a.m. in separate cars. Now, Pusha T was seen, y'all, rushing to his car while Savannah casually strolled behind him. Now, they said she was dressed in black leather pants, a long purple coat, and a beautiful Chanel handbag. Now, they said the sighting was odd because Pusha T once suggested that LeBron, y'all, had an affair with a popular influencer named Giuliano Goddard, also known as Yes Jules. Now, years later, Yes Jules broke her silence, honey, on the allegation, saying that she worked in Miami as a party promoter when she and LeBron met. Now, they say that their steamy but brief affair was mentioned in a rap song titled Popular Demand by Pusha T and No Malice, honey, featuring Cameron and Pharrell Williams. So
I don't believe that.
Yeah, so you don't believe that LeBron?
I do not.
Oh, well, that's good.
I do not believe that man has had a stellar, just a great career. Mm-hmm. He's been a great on and off the court, and they just looking for ways to smudge his reputation. Yeah. Yep. Black man can't, he's giving back to the community. He's stayed out of trouble. Mm-hmm. You don't read about him doing anything bad, but, they looking for something to say that he's no good.
And with all that being said, she said she felt depleted.
Well, no, she said she started doing things that she enjoyed. Like
she said she felt depleted, and then she started doing everything she enjoyed. You didn't hear me?
Yeah, but she was saying when she was going to the bathroom to take a bath and just be.
No, I said she enjoyed she enjoyed taking baths.
No, you said,
and she said she liked watching makeup tutorials.
You were saying that was sad. It's so sad.
It was very sad. It was very sad.
But she was saying that's things that she enjoyed.
Yes, she had to do that because she felt depleted. You didn't hear?
Well, maybe she felt depleted because she hadn't really had a chance to do a lot for herself because she was busy looking out for LeBron and the children,
raising them kids.
And he was out gallivanting, allegedly running with
some. He ain't been out gallivanting.
They didn't say that.
Yes, they did. They said Pusha T wrote the song, said that she was out.
So Pusha T is the authority on this now.
So
the man don't have no smudge on his reputation, and I'm just gonna keep it that way.
Well, that's coming from somebody that does, but nevertheless, it's still
coming from somebody who ain't got no credibility.
So, but anyway, we're going to pray for Savannah. I love Savannah and bless her spirit, honey. And hopefully, and she and LeBron are still together. So,
and they're going to be together forever. And
Special K, don't ignore him. You can't argue. He ain't going to win. You ain't going to win.
And moving on in other celebrity news, speaking of, honey, our lovely, and this is sad, though, too, Miss Tamron Hall.
Lord.
Y'all heard Tamron say she is disgusted, honey, by that rumor that they said her and Donald Trump had an affair. So I don't know if y'all heard about that. Well, hold on, let me tell you.
She did that now. Y'all gonna lie about a lot of things.
Y'all ain't gonna do that to Tamron. Don't do that.
And Tamron, honey, I've been knowing Tamron for years, honey, when she was a reporter in Dallas. But I know she didn't do it, but it's amazing her ex-co-worker put it out there, honey. Her ex-co-worker, Mr. Keith Olbermann, honey, repeatedly unfolded those rumors, y'all, on his podcast. And he claimed, y'all, that Hall dated Mr. Trump, who is married to Melania. And I know it can't be true, but I mean,
all the men she gonna have, she gonna pick Donald Trump. Ain't no way.
I know it's sad, but a lot of people say no. But her husband kind of resembles Donald Trump, though. So they kind of say, does she have a type? So I don't know.
Don't do that, Gary.
We love Tamron, honey. I watch her show periodically, but I love her show, honey, and I love her. But it's just a sad thing, but we know Tamron wouldn't dare do that because women don't usually step out on their husband and stuff like that.
If she stepped out, she didn't step out. Well, you got to give her more credit than that. She ain't stepped out on no damn Donald Trump now.
Come on,
now. I say women don't usually do that. Women don't
you can put something on her, but don't put him on her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Out of anybody she could have stepped out with.
Yeah, not
Donald Trump. If you'd have said
Trump.
Tito Jackson, that would have been something different. But damn, you talking about some damn Donald Trump? Out your mind.
Well, we're going to be in prayer because I'm with Tam, honey. She says it's disgusting.
Yes, it is.
It's very much so disgusting. So we're going to follow this story and stuff. They say he was really doing that rumors out there so he could get black men to vote for him. That's what they're trying to say. So I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think, why would a black man vote for him then? I don't understand. But nevertheless, we're going to pray, honey, and everything's going to be okay. All right, the Kaluna today. Huh?
You already voted?
Yes, I voted.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Oh, yes, honey, baby. I have to vote, honey, because if you don't vote, they say you dead.
Oh.
Yeah, so, honey, I'm alive.
Who said that?
That's what people say.
They talking about the puppet 2004, vote or die?
Yep. Yes! Yeah. You remember?
Yeah, go on, Gary, with the Kahlua.
The Kahlua today is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today is houndstooth. On the high end, you say houndstooth, and on the low end, you say beautiful black and white.
If you don't vote, you dead.
That was the thing.
That's all wrong. That's not how they said it.
That's
what
the new
was
campaign.
Vote or die.
Oh, well, hell, same difference.
Right. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. I got your wake-up call. All time, it's Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up call. Get him at 8669 Here we go.
Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together.
Get it together.
They woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better.
Hey, wake up.
Encourage each other and be productive.
Come on.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know what you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake
it
up.
up.
Good morning. This is Tisha calling from Raleigh on my way to work and taking the kids to school. I want to wake up my husband. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up my faves. Let's get it. Fabulous Friday.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm calling from Baton Rouge. I want to wake up everybody in my city, including all them kids that was eating all that candy before Halloween.
Good morning. This is Dion Nicholson calling from Akron, Ohio. Saw you yesterday on MSNBC, Rickey Smiley, making sure everybody gets out and vote, vote, vote. Wake up, everybody. Happy Friday.
It's a whole gang of cities tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know.
Let them know then.
We in Norfolk.
Wake up.
In Birmingham. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
St. Louisville.
Wake up.
Where you
New
at?
Orleans. Wake up.
No love.
Memphis. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brat.
You welcome, Ricky.
All right, Maria, what you got coming up next?
Ricky, Americans are spending less time doing what's good for their health. I'll tell you what that is and how you can fix it. That's coming up next inside Mind, Body, and Business on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Mind, Body, Business with Maria Moore on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, that's the bottom of the hour. Time for Mind, Body, and Business with Maria Moore. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. You know, people are spending nearly an hour less each day outside their homes compared to just a few years ago. Researchers say that the COVID-19 pandemic has left its lasting impact on our desire to ever go outside again. Between 2019 and 2021, Americans went from spending about 5.5 hours a day outside their homes to just 4.5 hours. So that's almost an hour reduction. And you know what's so interesting is sometimes people think, well, I'm going to stay inside because I don't want to, be exposed to any germs, but actually being outside and in nature is better for your immune system because the air circulation can dilute the presence of viruses in the air. So I want to talk about some of the many benefits of exercising outdoors. I don't know if y'all have ever tried to do a routine on the treadmill. You get on that treadmill and you say you're going to do a mile. And you about 30 seconds in, and you like, is time moving in slow motion? You get on that goddamn treadmill, you're like, it can't be that I've only been on here for 30 seconds or a minute. But when
you have to listen to They Don't Know by DMX or Bombs Over Baghdad.
This one right here.
To get through. Yeah.
Listen, you have to have your playlist. You got to have your mind right. Everything about your mood needs to be in the right place if you're trying to get through a treadmill workout versus going outside. I put a stepping tracker and a distance tracker going outside, and I actually went a longer distance outside, and my pace was faster because it's just more of a distraction being outdoors.
I go up and down steps so much I don't even walk up steps. I have never walked up steps. I always take a nice jog when I'm going up a flight of steps. And in airports, I really don't use escalators unless the luggage too heavy, but I take the steps in the airport all the time just for exercise.
Yeah, just that little bit of activity makes a difference. Gary, I know you go outdoors walking a lot. That's like part of your weekend routine. Do you know how far you walk?
3 miles.
3 miles.
He jogged. He walked so damn fast. He jogging. If you go walking with him, you gonna be jogging.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Time waits for no one. You gotta move.
They need to put you in that Olympic race when they be walking real fast and switching. That's what you need to be.
Yes, sir, with them hips.
Yeah.
You have mastered that, Gary. But yeah, getting outside really does help with, that disassociation with exercise. Also increasing vitamin D. As melanated people, we need vitamin D from the sun longer than folks who don't have as much melanin. So, a white person can go outside and be good with about 10 to 30 minutes of midday sunlight several times a week. But because we have more melanin, it takes longer for our bodies to absorb the vitamin D from the sun. So about 30 to 40 minutes outdoors is beneficial if you're trying to get that vitamin D. We hear Dr. Collier on here all the time talking about vitamin D. And when I look at cancer risk and vital supplements for to prevent cancer, vitamin D is like the first thing that comes up on the list. So you can get outside. Yeah, for sure.
And then 5,000 international units of vitamin D every day. Dr. Collier got the small gel cap. Just every single day, 5,000 international units. And vitamin D is one of the only vitamins that hit your system real quick, like immediately. So it's so important. But that's vitamin D kills cells that causes cancer.
Yeah, there's a lot of research supporting that, and I did a panel on perimenopause and menopause, and they were talking about how important vitamin D is for that as well. So get outdoors and move your body, and here's a great activity to do outdoors. Vote. Get outside and get in line and vote. Regardless of financial stature, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or any other identifier, there exists in our system the great equalizer for everyone 18 years or older. Has been and always will be one person, one vote. This is when you get the same power as Beyonce, the same power as Rickey Smiley. Everybody gets one vote. So make the most of yours and get out and vote. And let's make history this coming election. So that's what I have for you inside Mind, Body, and Business.
No, that's good stuff right there, y'all. Make sure y'all get out and vote. And I also wanted to add, this time of year is the best time to be outside. I sit outside my back porch every single day. I enjoying this fall weather. Not too hot, not too cold. It's perfect. Sun sitting on you just makes you feel good inside to feel God's sun warm up your body. Appreciate all of that, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Already, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, chicken and waffle mix going down. It is Friday. Yes, sir. Payday today, baby.
Pimpers.
Come on now. What up, y'all?
I'm good, but you don't know, just gearing everybody up for the weekend. And of course, hit me up on the gram at JAH Lion Sound.
Appreciate you, big dog. JAH Lion Sound, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out my boy John Lion on the ones and twos, man, and got all of those mixes, man. Shoot, you think he got some mixes on the show? You need to make sure you go to this website. You can see him in action. See him in. John, where you gonna be this weekend?
Yeah, man. Jamaican Lounge in Atlanta. Rendezvous. Spice House like Tony, and then next week I'm back in the Middle East in Doha, Qatar. So we working. We ain't playing no games at all, but.
Ain't that something right there? He DJing in places we can't even pronounce. He said, Doha, what would you say?
Yo, Doha, Qatar, right next to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, man, damn.
Saudi
if you
Arabia.
going over there, you getting all money. You getting all money.
Come on, dog.
Rock.
Hey, dog. John.
Hey, take us out to get us a steak, man.
I'm telling you, dog.
Anyway, you going out there, the DJ for damn boy. Look at here.
Saudi Arabia.
They go out there and get about a little quick $2 million. That ain't nothing to them. $2 million. $2 million.
Easy.
Come on, man.
Student loans be rough out there.
And man, please, man, stop it.
You giving out student loans to other students.
Come on.
Go ahead, dog.
Okay. Black Tony, where you at?
I know. I wish I would go with John Lyon over there to one of them places right now. Get away from this damn family of mine stressing me out. I wish I was going over there. I'm gonna learn how to
you need to cut them off, man. That's why you can't focus on what.
Man, family, man, they just too much. They too much,
bruh. Sometimes you got to distance yourself in order to grow.
Sorry, I'm trying to do. I be trying to see my problem is I got a good heart, son. I got a good heart, and I might lie sometime. I might say a little dough. I might, do some things that's wrong. I might do some crime. I might sell some.
Be careful.
Steal Amazon packages. flip all
might do
people
a
out of
little hit and run.
wheelchairs.
I might do a lot of things what ain't right, but at the end of the day, Shawty, I got a good heart, and that would make it hard for me to say no.
And you say, and what's some of the things you say you might do? Like,
I mean, I be selling the little stolen goods, and I be, lying a little bit, and stealing, and selling dope, and
not coming to work.
I do all that, but look, at the end of the day, Shawty, I'm a good person. And I'm trying to help my uncle right now. I'm trying to help him because don't nobody else want to be bothered with him. Cause he got problems. He got mental problems. He had surgery. He had an operation. They had to replace his foot.
Yep. They had to replace his foot.
Yeah, because one of his feet was bad. He had gangrene on his feet, and and the gangrene messed his feet up, and then they put another foot on him, but he got two left feet.
So they put another foot on. He got two left feet. Now what they got to do with you not coming to work though?
They ain't put the right foot on him. They put his left feet on him by mistake. He ain't had no good insurance.
So is he walking in a circle?
Well, he don't walk. Well, he walks sideways a lot. But I got to take him shoe shopping today. So we trying to find a store where he could buy two display shoes. So if you didn't know anybody who work at Foot Locker or Chunks or Finish Line,
but we could do that. Me and Rock worked at Foot Locker.
Yeah, we still got the hook up.
Y'all could take. Y'all could tell.
But they can't buy you can't buy the display because the other shoes in the box in the back.
Yeah, they try to make him buy the right and the left shoe, and I'm trying to tell you, folks, he can only buy the left shoe, so he need two left Air Max or two left Puma or two left Reeboks or two left.
What they got to do with you not coming to work this morning though?
Because we waiting on the store to open up. The model opened up till 10 o'clock. So the model.
Bruh, you could have came to work and then did that.
But I'm a good person, though. That what you forgot about.
What the hell? Is my IQ going down?
Yeah, dog.
I'm a good person, though. I'm a good person. I'm a good person.
Hey, man, we'll see you Monday, Black Tone.
Hey, man.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Friday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all remember the other day I was talking about 50 Cent, y'all, how he was disparaging the name of one of his colleagues, Mr. Omari Hardwick. Well, now, baby, somebody else is letting it be known. They're saying, y'all, yes, honey, Mr. 50 Cent entered the chat room, but moments, honey, recently, y'all, the rapper turned media mogul addressed comments recently made by actress baby Miss Notori Norton, honey, on the feud with Omari Hardwick, honey. This girl is speaking out. They said, now, 50 was like, I was minding my business. Then here ago, we go again, shaking my head. I don't have a problem with a problem, but do we have a problem? Well, yes, we do, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that his post followed Miss Norton, honey, weighing in on his claims made during that interview that he made recently, y'all. Now, honey, she said that she's defending, honey, her Power co-star that she shared with, according to TMZ. She said, quote, I love Omari Hardwick. He's an amazing, talented human. He's also a good person, but there would be no power without Ghost. They say, baby, this brewing drama started back in 2022 when Hardwick sat for an interview, y'all, with the Pivot podcast, where he shared, y'all, that he was only making $150,000 an episode, honey, and he still wasn't paid on what he was worth, being the face of the network, y'all. So 50 and now Notorious, she is, Notorious, how you pronounce her name, she is speaking out on this, y'all. And you know, Rick, I know you probably would say, well, you know what, 50 gave them an opportunity, honey. Why bite the hand that feeds you? But it's sad, though, if you underpaying these people.
Yeah, but that's what your agent is for. That's what your manager and your agent for, to negotiate your deal.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah, because you work because you didn't tape anything if you was not under the terms that you agreed to. You know, now getting a raise, then you just can't tear up a contract just because somebody want to raise. You have to honor the agreement and then renegotiate the next agreement.
Yeah, well.
And didn't 50 Cent take an L also? He talked about how he wasn't paid much when he first put it out. Sometimes, you know, these opportunities, you get them and you have to use them as a stepping stone to open up doors to get other acting gigs.
But I'm sure he probably got paid on the back end, like y'all say, huh?
No, he got paid on the back end.
Okay, well, he got paid.
Well,
but he the one put up the money, no?
Yeah.
You know, so the money, if you don't want to put up the money, you know, the person that's in it ain't obligated to get what you get. That's what the job as executive producer and actor checks are different.
Yeah. Well, I feel so bad for Amari, and now I'm feeling bad, honey, for Notori, honey, because they.
I hope it work out because he's a personal friend of mine, and I love him. We were just together, all together at the Magic City Classic. I just hope that it work out because we like him on that show, and that show is a hit, and we need it.
Is it still on?
Just the reruns.
Oh, they're playing the reruns now?
Yeah.
So many spinoffs from it, too. Like, my
they got all the spin-offs. But I think I saw something where they might be bringing him
They're
back.
not. And if you ask him, he will let you know.
That
my character died. I'm not coming back.
Oh, it's sad.
It was so good, though.
Yeah. Well, we're going to keep our parties lifted in prayer, and hopefully they get
really
together
for
for another show soon. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Rihanna, baby, they said this girl not only sings about love, but she wants to make sure that her friends have it in real life too. Now, a source said to In Touch, y'all, that the 36-year-old songstress is determined, y'all, to help honey find her pal Eminem, y'all, a girlfriend, honey, as he inches toward being ready, y'all, to date again after years, y'all, of being single. He's been single for years. Now, the source stated, y'all, that the entertainers have become close recently after falling out years ago, claiming there was a time when Eminem and Rihanna weren't on good terms, but he managed to get her to forgive him, y'all, and they're now, and they posted all about how really they are tight again. Isn't that nice? When people fall out and they get back together again? Now, they said, if you can recall, y'all, Eminem gave a public apology, y'all, to the Fenty founder back in 2021 after an unreleased track of his surfaced the year prior, where he made an insensitive, y'all, comment about her domestic violence incident with Chris Brown rapping, y'all. And she said, quote, he said, of course, honey, I side with Chris Brown, honey. I beat a person down, too. Oh, that's sad. But it's amazing how Rihanna is not his friend trying to find him a man. A woman, I mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what girlfriends do. She gonna probably match him up with somebody that she know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Yeah.
What just happened right now?
Yeah, it's just, I mean...
That was nervous. Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations goes out to them, honey. I mean, wish them well, honey. And that's good. She gonna find them a woman, child. And then my quick for free story, y'all. Let's continue to pray, y'all. We had Matthew Knowles on the show the other day, y'all. And Matthew is very angry, y'all. They're saying that he's slamming Trump, y'all, for claiming that Beyonce was booed while speaking at Kamala Harris's rally, y'all. They said he was very angry about that, y'all. They said he shut down claims from Donald Trump that she was booed while speaking at a recent rally for Kamala, honey, setting the record straight. He said, quote, I can unequivocally say no one was booing. That's just a lie, unquote, honey. Then he also said, everyone has the right to have their own perspective, but they don't have the right to lie. That's from Mr. Matthew Knowles, honey. So congratulations to Mr. Matthew Knowles, honey, from shutting that down, because Beyonce is never booed. Never. Let's be clear.
Well, I mean, you know, you always have a small group of protesters at every rally on both sides, so.
Yeah, but, honey, you don't boo Beyonce, baby. The bees will buzz you.
They'll buzz you.
Yeah, I'll get you. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is houndstooth. On the high end, you say houndstooth, and on the low, you say beautiful black and white. That's a beautiful color of today, y'all.
It is a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with a T if you would.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, today we got a very special guest in the building. You may know her from her early start on the Disney Channel or from her hit song ICU. Y'all, please welcome singer, songwriter, and actor Coco Jones.
Morning, Ricky. What's up?
Hey, good morning. First, let me just say your voice is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a gift from God.
Now, tell us about your new single, Most Beautiful Design, with Future.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this song. I feel like I want to continue to not always do like what's expected of me. And I think the song is about women and how they're like, you know, gifts from God, how they're just one in a million. And I'm like, okay, period. I love that for you. And I will also say my truth because, yes, I agree.
Now, you know, it's funny, Coco, you said women are gifts from God. Now, it was just a rapper was saying that they need to turn women into robots. They need to bring the robot. What was his name?
Slim Thug.
Slim Thug. Yeah, Slim Thug said they should think a woman a robot.
Well, not everybody thinks the same, but
Okay.
now he got a different opinion than me.
But Coco, I have one more question. Now you were part of the Disney Channel franchise now, and now at a young age, though, people always say that it's difficult for people to get out of the Disney bubble. So, I mean, like the Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake and all the people. So, what helped you break through and create your own lane?
I think a lot of time. I think for me, I never really was on like a TV show or anything like crazy contractually binding.
Mm-hmm.
So the things that I did were kind of like one-offs, honestly, besides when I was making music. So for me, I think that I always wanted that, but I was like, why isn't this happening? Why can't I get into a TV show? Like, why can't I be in a contract for years?
Mm-hmm.
And it just wouldn't happen that way. And so I think that was the best thing that ever happened because I had creative, literal, legal freedom to do other things, or to do nothing, which a lot of the time I was doing nothing. So that break, though, caused me to like figure out who I am because, as a child star, you're just a little robot. LOL.
Right.
So I had to figure out like what's my personality. I had to live. I had to make mistakes and actually like rebel a little bit to have anything to say on a song.
Okay. So let me just say, like, I didn't even know you could sing for real. I was like, wait a minute, that's who? That's Coco Jones from Bel Air. Like, I thought you were an actress because you are so good at acting. But the singing is crazy. Like, when I first heard your voice, I was like, oh, my God, how many octaves low is that? Like, your voice is so deep. It's so dope, though.
Thank you.
Like, in your household, who did you grow up listening to? And who did your parents have you listening to?
Right. It was really my parents. Okay, so I had completely different influences. My mom, she actually sang background professionally for a while, too. And she would listen to like very powerhouse singers, and also she was my management at the time. So she would be like, "This is what you gonna sing at this audition."
Okay,
and it would be the most challenging. Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. I'm like, "Mom, please, like, why?"
Songs.
Yes, but she would always say, "If you can sing these, you can sing anything."
Yeah.
And so I sang the most challenging songs from her. My dad swore he was a DJ. He was like, "I swear I was a DJ." I'm like, maybe in another life, but you didn't do that. But anyway, he would always show me like super old rappers, like. He would bring me back to like something I would have never heard if my dad didn't have these deep cuts. So I had a lot of different influences from them.
That's dope.
And as I got older, I was just into the Disney world. So whatever they was doing, I was obsessed with. I was trying to be that girl.
It reminded me when you said your mom managed you and get on the stage and sing of the Whitney Houston documentary where her mom had her at the club and she was telling her to sing the greatest of all. What was that dynamic like with you and your mom, and like how did that work with having her as a mom manager for real?
My mom is such a... whatever the word is that you're great at uplifting people and supporting people. Like you see something they want to do and you're like, I know 7 things you could do right now. She'll do that for a rock. If a rock wanted to be a boulder,
Like
she'd be
a
like, I can
mentor.
figure this out for you. Yes. She just is really she's just great at that. And
Motivational.
when I said I want to do this, we had no idea what we were doing. I was supposed to play basketball. I was supposed to make my way out and do a sport.
Right.
That's what we knew. And she just would do the research. She would make calls. She would, beg folks if that's what it needed to be. She printed out my first CDs on her computer. I'm like, how did you even do that?
Right.
So, girl, I'll just figure it out.
That's what's up.
And Coco, can you just please sing just like that first part of I See You Live, like when you hit those parts Brat was talking about?
LOL. Of course. This is the morning. My voice is mad low in the morning. Something about your hands on my body. What's crazy is my mom can sing lower than me. My mom sounds like
Now
literally
she got the Barry White.
It's crazy. We be trying to see how low our voice can go. Like, hey, girl.
That's dope.
Hey. Like, it's crazy. I don't know how we do that.
Now, everybody grew up on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How did you take such an iconic character like Hillary and make her your own cool Hillary version?
Honestly, when I first auditioned, I really did not do what I do now. I did the complete opposite because I was like, I didn't even know what a reimagining was. So I was like, let me just do what I think that this is. And I did a very, stereotypical version of what Hillary was. And then I got a call from the director, and he basically was like, it wasn't giving none of that, actually. What I'm trying to do is this and this and this, and explaining to me why he even is taking the time as a director to call me to give me the insight on what he's looking for.
That's dope.
Because he really liked me. He had seen me do other things, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. I got it. I understand the assignment. I was like, let me try it again now that I know what we're talking about here.
Right.
Because also, Hillary in Bel-Air has social media. She's a chef. There's so many different things. But I was just like, oh, I'm assuming that she's just this version, but she's doing these things. But anyway, so he was like, no, it's giving this, actually. This is the assignment. And I was like, okay, bet. So then I had a call back, and I was like, okay, great. Then they called me. They're like, we canceled the call back. We'll let you know if you got the part or not. And I was like, Well, it was nice meeting you guys. Definitely messed that one up, but what if it's not for me, it's not for me. And then I got a call like a couple days later that I got the part.
Okay, that's what's up. So, you go in the store, you see the lights, you see all these Christmas things up. What really makes you feel like it's the holiday season?
I feel like I know it's the holidays when my dad would play Christmas music so loud all throughout the house at all times. I know. I'm like, okay, we festive.
Do you have like a favorite Christmas movie?
I love The Grinch. Him and his dog. His dog was so loyal. Nobody here wants dogs.
I got 6 dogs.
of them.
They get food cooked for them and everything. They eat steak and lobster. Gary, they got to eat too.
Dog food.
No, that dog food. Have you read what's in that dog food? That's
Probably the same thing that's in chicken nuggets.
They don't eat chicken nuggets.
Oh, no, man.
I'm talking about us.
Yeah,
We had a couple chicken nuggets last night. Ranch and honey mustard.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us, Coco. We appreciate you. How can people follow you, and where can they get your new single, Most Beautiful Design?
Yes, I'm Coco Jones, wherever you scroll. And Most Beautiful Design is out on all streaming platforms. Be on the lookout for the visual and the album at the top of the year.
Y'all give it up for Coco Jones!
All right, y'all, 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. Today we are honored to be joined by somebody who has a career spanning almost 3 decades in public service, and she served as our National Security Advisor, United States Ambassador to the United Nations, and Director of Domestic Policy Council. Please welcome Ambassador Susan Rice, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Rice, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to have you this morning, and thank you so much for getting up this early to talk with us. And, and I just want to start out with a background of having worked for 3 presidential administrations. And I just want to know, in your opinion, what do voters in this election need to consider when looking at 2 vastly different political platforms being presented?
Well, look, you're absolutely right. The choice couldn't be more stark, and the difference couldn't be greater. On the one hand, you have Donald Trump, who's been very clear that his agenda is to come in with an enemies list and to go use the power of the Justice Department and the military against his enemies in revenge and retribution. He's about himself and about doing his own business. On the other hand, you have Kamala Harris, who will come into the Oval Office with a to-do list that's focused on us, the people, and dealing with the problems we have. Lowering costs, the price of food and groceries through a ban on price gouging, making housing more affordable by providing a down payment assistance and building 3 million new affordable homes. Healthcare costs, making the cost of insulin, which has now been capped at $35 a month for seniors, the same price for everybody, whether you're a young person or a senior. Bringing down the cost of prescription drugs and applying that not only to seniors but to all of us. And giving regular working people, 100 million Americans, a middle-class tax break, where Trump wants to give more tax breaks to the wealthiest corporations and to the Elon Musks of the world, and impose on the rest of us a $4,000 per year additional, in effect, tax through his crazy tariff plan, putting a 20% tariff on every good coming into this country, what your food, your toys, your electronics, from every country on every good. So that's just that will just be passed on to all of us who are consumers. So the economic choice couldn't be more stark. And then you got to step back and think, this is somebody in Donald Trump who does not respect us, does not respect black people, does not respect Latino people, doesn't respect women, doesn't respect anybody except a narrow slice of people like himself. And that's why he's happy to take away our freedoms, to choose about ourselves everything. Go ahead, man.
Dr. Rice, I have to ask you, because you had a background in national security, and you've been around for a long time. I actually personally thought you was going to end up being Secretary of State for the Obama administration. I started seeing you on, interviews or whatever. But I just, being that, do you think that, the foreign leaders, all of the dictators that he's friends with, do you think that he would put the United States in danger? He's friends with the Prime Minister of North Korea and just all of these dictators. How does how does that come into play, and how you think that would affect the United States? Because I'm really concerned about that.
Well, it's a really good question. Look, yes, I'm very concerned about that, and let me explain. We're obviously, there's a lot going on in the world. One of the biggest things that's happening in the world that, I'm not sure your listeners are focused on is that we are now seeing Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran all starting to work very closely together and supporting each other. A good example is that there are now North Korean troops, 10,000 North Korean troops inside of Russia getting ready to go fight in Ukraine. So in a world where our adversaries are collaborating, we need a leadership in Washington who understands that who our friends are. Our friends are our allies in NATO and Canada and Asia, and who our enemies are. Our enemies are not, the enemy within, as he likes to call the American people who oppose him or differ with him. The enemies are Vladimir Putin and the North Korean dictator and Xi Jinping. And what Trump likes to do is, admire them because they're dictators, write love letters to them, and say to Putin, do what the hell you want with NATO. So he wants to be on their team and take the United States there rather than stand with our allies who have stood with us and helped protect us from 9/11 to the present.
I do have a question about the integrity of the election process. We're seeing a lot of voter intimidation. We're seeing reports of businesses being boarded up in D.C. for possible unrest. In what ways is the Harris campaign being proactive to safeguard the integrity of the election?
Well, that's a great question. Look, we got in Donald Trump somebody who wants to make people think our elections are fraudulent and don't work. That's not true. The vote will be protected. The votes will be counted. And the Harris campaign has put in place an army of lawyers who have spanned out all over the battleground states already. And they're ready for what's coming. The bad news is we have in Donald Trump somebody who doesn't respect democracy. The good news is we've been to this movie before, and we saw the playbook he's going to run. And, there may be some variations, but the Harris campaign is ready. They're going to win the election with the help of all of us, and then they're going to protect the vote. And I just want to, remind people, what's at stake here. First of all, everybody needs to get out and vote. This is a very critical election. When you have somebody, we were talking about national security just before the break. When you have somebody in Donald Trump, whose very own vice president, Mike Pence, two of his defense secretaries, two of his national security advisors, his chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, his Secretary of State, and his White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, who was a four-star Marine general, all say that Trump is unfit. He's dangerous. He's out for himself. He's fascist, and he should not be president of the United States again. They don't trust him to be commander-in-chief. That should tell us all everything we need to know. So then we now also have a Supreme Court that says the president of the United States, this is a ruling from the summer, is immune from prosecution for acts he commits in the White House. Donald Trump coming back with no guardrails, a hit list for revenge and retribution, vowing to use the military against his opponents, and immunity from prosecution is about as dangerous as it gets. So, we have a stark choice. If we vote, our votes will be counted. This is the way we protect ourselves, and we protect our families, and we protect our future. So really, everybody needs to get out and vote. Let's not let this be too close. And then the integrity of the election will be defended and protected by an army of lawyers.
Wow. Dr. Rice, thank you so much. We appreciate all of your hard work and everything that you have done for our country. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us this morning. And if anything you need, please let us know. Y'all give it up to Shirley Love right now for Ambassador Susan Rice, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, about that time, 8 after the hour. Maria, good morning.
Good morning. The front page is brought to you by the Capital One Quick Silver Card. Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. At least 2 people are dead and 8 others have been injured in a Halloween night shooting in downtown Orlando. Here's a statement from the local police department.
During this night, we had about 100 officers who were working the detail, spread out, and as you can see in all the videos, the officers responded very quickly. The officers did a great job. They responded right when they heard the shooting. You know, as everybody else is running, they're not. They're sitting in a position looking for a shooter. They found a shooter, and they took him down.
Now, this happened just hours ago. Authorities confirmed that at least 2 people were killed and 8 others have been injured, and that number could grow. They have arrested a 16-year-old suspect. And again, this story is developing, and we will continue to provide you with updates at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Also, keep in mind, y'all, the end of daylight savings time is just around the corner, meaning clocks in most parts of the U.S. will fall back 1 hour on Sunday, November 3rd, 2024 at 2 a.m. So bring those clocks back. That means you have that extra hour of rest to get out and vote as well if you're going to do that on Tuesday. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick rundown of today's news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Lobs one left. Into the end zone for Garrett Wilson. One-handed catch. Incredible. Garrett Wilson. He makes his second one-handed touchdown catch of the night, and the Jets have the lead.
Yes, the Jets took the lead and won the game, man. That was Garrett Wilson with a Superman one-handed catch, one of the best catches of all time. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers had a solid night, threw for 3 touchdowns. It is what it is. We're going to see if they can turn the season around. San Antonio Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama had a 5-by-5 game for the second time in his career. What does this mean? He scored 25 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks, giving him at least 5 in 5 different categories. Third player in history with multiple 5-by-5 games. And LeBron James, the king himself, officially gives his endorsement for Kamala Harris. It is what it is, man. We love it. Let's get out there and vote. Let's do what we need to do. That's my quick sports report right there. Brad got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. As we mentioned earlier, Young Thug was released from prison last night. He pleaded guilty to several charges, including gang involvement, weapon, and drug offenses, without a plea bargain after negotiations failed. A 40-year sentence was given by the judge, with the first 5 years commuted to time served, followed by 15 years of probation. There's also a backloaded 20-year prison sentence that could kick in after probation, but he'll only have to serve that time behind bars if he doesn't successfully complete his probation term. He must avoid the Atlanta area for a decade, but is required to make anti-violence presentations locally 4 times a year, contributing to his 100 hours of annual community service. If he keeps his nose clean during probation, the judge said that part of the sentence would be commuted. His lawyer, Brian Steele, also requested he still be allowed to associate with co-defendants, his brother Quantavious Greer and rapper Gunna, in order to continue his rap career. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 28 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.